3 hidden gems within the indie horror games genre that you should play right now. Let's not waste any time, let's get into it. Coming in at number 3, we have Dead Stop, No Vacancy. With its retro presentation and atmosphere inspired by classic 80s slasher films, the game feels like a stepping inside an old horror movie that was never meant to be found. You play as Nancy, a hard-edged investigative reporter traveling to the remote town of Crestfall to investigate a suspicious case of arson. But after taking a wrong turn, losing her GPS signal and finding herself stranded on an empty road, Nancy arrives at the Paradise Motel just as night begins to fall. With nowhere else to go, she decides to rent a room and rest until morning. Unfortunately, Paradise is the kind of motel where people check in but don't always check out. When disturbing noises wake her up during the night, Nancy begins searching the motel for answers. By examining abandoned rooms, solving environmental puzzles, and piecing together clues left behind by previous guests, she gradually uncovers the motel's horrifying history and discovers that something far more sinister may be hiding beneath its surface. It's a short, tightly paced horror experience with no unnecessary filler, but just like the best slasher movies, it proves that one night is more than enough for everything to go horribly wrong. Coming in at number 2, we have Relive the Fear, Perfect Neighbor. If you're a fan of the Fears to Fathom series, this should feel immediately familiar. It's a first-person psychological horror game inspired by real-life experiences, where seemingly ordinary situations gradually turn into something deeply unsettling. You play as Maya, a 23-year-old woman who has just moved into what appears to be her dream home in a quiet American suburb. At first, everything seems perfectly normal, but as Maya begins settling into her new life, strange encounters slowly chips away at her sense of safety, and she starts to realize that neither her home nor her neighborhood is as perfect as it initially seemed. What makes Perfect Neighbor especially terrifying is its focus on the gradual loss of privacy. You will explore the neighborhood, speak with its residents, answer phone calls, solve environmental puzzles, and eventually find yourself hiding under beds and behind doors from an enemy that can see, hear, and even remember you. The game can also use your real microphone to detect sound, meaning staying quiet outside the game may be just as important as staying hidden inside it. It begins like an ordinary story about moving into a new home, but before long, Maya finds herself trapped in an experience she'll never forget. And finally, taking the number 1 spot is HERROR, Gas Station Case. Set in Ohio in 1999, this is a cinematic, story-driven horror game that combines the ordinary routine of working a night shift with a slowly escalating paranormal mystery. You play as Dan Cooper, a 25-year-old man trying to rebuild his life after being laid off from a uranium plant. He takes a job working nights at a remote gas station where his responsibilities initially seem simple: refuel cars, serve customers, answer phone calls, and keep everything running until morning. But Dan's quiet new routine begins to unravel when his friend Michael discovers a mysterious case near a lake. Soon afterward, people start disappearing in the surrounding woods. Strange visitors arrive at the station, and what once felt like a cozy place of safety gradually transforms into a deadly trap. What makes Gas Station Case stand out is the contrast between its mundane job simulator mechanics and the unsettling events developing around you. Its isolated setting and slow building tension should feel immediately familiar to fans of Fears to Fathom and Chillizots. The complete episode lasts around 90 minutes to 2 hours, giving its mystery enough time to develop without overstaying its welcome. If you ever wondered what could make working alone at a gas station in the middle of the night even worse, HERROR Gas Station Case has a pretty terrifying answer. If you're interested in seeing me play horror games, scream my butts off, and joke around with my chat, then feel free to go over to my Twitch and drop a follow, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.